Yo, hold up. Do you smell that? Do you smell that, bro? That's that Cyril Gane pack in the air, bro. What did I tell you, dude? What did I tell you, bro? I'm hyped right now, dude. John Jones just won at UFC 285. He just submitted Cyril Gane in what, like 2 minutes? I tried to tell him. I do not miss on these main events, bro. The rest of the main card kind of kicked my ass, but hey, we'll get into that. This is every fight I want to see after UFC 285, from the early prelims all the way up to the main event. Okay, I'm gonna go least important to most important. Starting off, I want to see Ian Garry versus Muslim Salikov. Ian Garry looked really good against Song Kanan. Had a tough moment at the start, but then came back. Very good performance, very good finish. His cardio really impressed me, especially. He turned it on well late, and I think his roadmap makes a lot of sense. Maybe if he gets on this Miami card with Salikov, that'd be an awesome fight. If not, I would love to see Ian Garry either maybe on a fight night as a co-main event or on UFC 288 in May on the Oliveira Dariush card versus Muslim Salikov. But I think that is the next fight to make at welterweight. And then at the end of the year, he can fight RDA or maybe Wonderboy or Kevin Holland. He laid out a pretty good map in his BT Sport interview. Go check that out. It's a good interview. So very, very impressed with Ian Garry, okay? Moving on to the second prelim fight I really cared about. I believe it was middleweight. Dricus du Plessis finished my boy Blonde Brunson. It hurt, bro. That shit hurt to watch, bro. That shit hurt to watch. Let me make this a bit bigger, bro. That shit hurt to watch, bro. But good fight. I'll do the guru. Good, yeah, good fight. Du Plessis, you looked like you were gonna die in the first round. You got dominated by Brunson, but good shit though, bro. Yeah, you have no chance against anyone in the top 5, but good shit, bro. Good win. Anyways, I think Du Plessis should fight Vettori next. Win, lose, or draw, I think he should fight Vettori next. Obviously, if Vettori beats Roman Dolidze next month, that's going to make a lot more sense in terms of top 5. But I think that's probably a good next test for him. With the cardio, with the grappling of Marvin Vettori and the chin, it's going to be really hard for Du Plessis to finish him. So he's going to have to step up his game if he wants to beat Marvin Vettori. And I think that makes sense for Vettori. He's not getting a title shot anytime soon, so you might as well get like a fun fight. Maybe on a pay-per-view or maybe the main event of a fight night, Vettori versus Du Plessis. Something like that I think would be really cool. So I think that's a really good fight that makes sense. I'm very, very interested to see Du Plessis against these top 5 guys at middleweight now, because he's there. You know, after that performance, do I think he does well? I don't know. But, you know, good shit though. Okay, and Cody Garbrandt got himself a W against Trevin Jones. I did not watch it, but apparently he just wrestled the whole time. It was quite a boring fight. His chin's still not there, which is disappointing because I like Cody Garbrandt. So I think we need to keep the competition level low, the risk level low, get him some wins, okay, or get him some easy fights where he's not going to take a lot of damage. If he loses somehow, it's not going to be career-ending. I think a really good matchup at bantamweight, that's a very friendly matchup, I would say, for him, in terms of danger or anything. But also, you know, there's a bit of intrigue there, and the UFC gets something out of it either way. One of their guys off the Ultimate Fighter, let's get Ricky Turcios versus... my whole thing is just frozen. Let's get Ricky Turcios versus Cody Garbrandt. Okay? Finding these two's photos, by the way, for this, it was like, this can't be a real fight, but I think to keep Cody Garbrandt's chin safe, I think Turcios is probably a good option. I was going to think maybe he rebooks the fight with Julio Arce or Rani Yahya. That makes sense, but if not, let's do Ricky Turcios versus Cody Garbrandt. No, he's not going to get hurt. He's probably going to get a win, and his confidence is going to come back. Maybe he gets a KO or a finish in this fight and really rebuilds himself. So I think this is a really good matchup for Cody Garbrandt if we're rebuilding him. You know what I mean? We're doing Project Garbrandt. Okay? Now onto the main card. A lot of good fights. First fight, Bo Nickal. Hey, I mean, everyone picked Bo Nickal, but, you know, I'm very impressed with him. He did well. Did what he was supposed to do, okay? Now he needs to step up. I want to give him someone with a bit of danger, but I also think this is a very winnable fight for him. And that's kind of what you need. You want winnable, but you want dangerous. And I think he should take on Punahele Soriano. Just got knocked out in his last fight quite badly, gassed out a little bit. So there is a very clear path to victory for Bo Nickal here. Plus, I think his grappling is going to top pretty much anyone in this division. But, you know, there is danger. There is knockout power on the feet for Soriano. So it's going to up the level for him, but not too much to where I'd say, oh, he should fight Sean Strickland next. You know what I mean? We're not going to bump it up crazily. I think he needs maybe 2 or 3 more unranked opponents, and then we're going to talk rankings, I think, in my opinion. So Punahele Soriano is a good fight. I wouldn't be against maybe people talking about Bruno Ferreira. I wouldn't be against that. Maybe Gregory Rodriguez would probably be a safer matchup for him. Something like that to kind of build him up, but increase the danger levels. But yeah, really excited to see what Bo Nickal does next in the UFC. I love that he's talking shit a little bit. Like, I love that he's got a personality, dude. We need more of these guys. Bo Nickal, Ian Garry, dude. Like, we need more of these guys, bro, okay? Moving on. I believe, let me see what fight this was, alright? This is the next fight I want to see. Oh, yeah, it's Mateusz Gamrot. It's Mateusz Gamrot, I believe. I think Mateusz Gamrot should fight Rafael Fiziev. He looked quite, like, against Jalen Turner. Could have gone, I think he won quite clearly, but had moments where he got rocked on the feet. And if Fiziev, it works kind of for both guys. If you're going to keep Gamrot in this division, he's going to keep winning. He's going to keep finding a way to get split decision wins in this division. Okay, then we need him to prove that he can be a real striker. Like a really, really, really dangerous striker. Because he was getting dropped by Dariush. He got dropped by Jalen Turner a couple times. So, I think he needs to prove himself. And if Fiziev's going to be a legit threat to Islam Makhachev, we need to see that he can beat a wrestler. We need to see him stop takedowns. We need to see him keep up a high pace. Because there are question marks there. So I think win, lose, or draw, Fiziev's not getting a title shot. So I think Fiziev versus Gamrot, 5-round main event, later in the year, makes a lot of sense in my opinion. A lot more intriguing of a matchup than Gaethje versus Gamrot, or even really a Poirier versus Gamrot in my opinion. I think these two are more, they're going to have more longevity at lightweight. So this makes a lot more sense in my opinion. So I think this is a really good fight I'd like to see as a 5-round main event later in the year. Okay, moving on, Jalen Turner. It's very clear what he should do next. He's been called out multiple times by this guy. A lot of times actually, quite weirdly. He said he wants to fix the lightweight division. I don't know what he meant by that. Yeah, you guys saw that interview, right? But no, all jokes aside, let's do it. Jalen Turner, Drew Dober. Let's do Kansas City. Let's put him on the Max Holloway, Arnold Allen card. Both of those guys can make that time. Jalen Turner took no damage. Drew Dober's ready to fight in April. Let's do it. I think this is a really awesome fight. This makes so much sense, you know. If somehow Dober can't make that or Jalen Turner wants more time, maybe we do Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. But I want to see Turner bounce back really quick because I think he's really good and I think he's going to get a win in his next fight and be right back where he should be. I don't think he's going to fight Dan Hooker anymore. I think he said he wants to train with Dan Hooker, so I think that's off the table. So you either do Dober or maybe you do Moicano. But yeah, I want to see Jalen Turner come back because he did really well. I'm very, very impressed by how well he did against a top guy like Gamrot. Even though Gamrot, I would say, is probably the most shaky kind of contender besides like Chandler at the top of that division. Okay, moving on now to what was after that fight. I don't fucking remember. Look, dude. Oh, welterweight. Jeff Neal, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Awesome fight. Oh my god, how could I forget that? Amazing fight. Jeff Neal. I thought he was like a lamb to slaughter on the walk. I think the commentary did too. They were talking, oh, he looks soft. Oh, he looks soft to the body. And then he just came out with that Gilbert Burns energy. I forgot who said that. I think Lucas Tracy said that. He was going to come with that Gilbert Burns energy. And he was right about that. He was not right about this main event. I'm going to get into that. Oh, I got a lot of fucking talking to do about this main event, boy. But no. Jeff Neal, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Awesome fight. I think the only logical thing next for Jeff Neal is some time off. And another guy who's fighting very soon, who I'm going to assume is going to have a lot of blood, a lot of damage, and a lot of time off needed. And he usually does take a lot of time off between fights. I think this is going to be a banger fight, this fight that I'm about to say. Let's do Jeff Neal versus Michel Pereira, okay? I think Pereira's fighting this next weekend. I'm pretty sure he's still booked for that San Antonio card. I know he lost the fight with Sean Brady. Sean Brady dropped out, not he lost to Sean Brady. I always say that. But I think Jeff Neal, Michel Pereira is an awesome matchup. Maybe you do Jeff Neal versus Jack Della Maddalena, but I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to be back before Jeff Neal is. So I don't want to keep those guys waiting around. I don't want to keep JDM waiting around when he's taking no damage in these fights. I think he should just fight Neil Magny or Vicente Luque. I don't think he's going to wait for Jeff Neal. And I think Jeff Neal's timeline with Michel Pereira lines up quite well. And you can put this fight on any card and it instantly becomes a million times more watchable, a million times more exciting. So I think this is a really fun matchup for both of these guys and makes sense ranking-wise with where both of them are at, okay? So I'm really, really excited about this fight. I really want to see this happen, okay? And Shavkat Rakhmonov. Oh my god, bro. Crazy performance, amazing performance. I'm very, very impressed with him. I always have been, but you know, like at first there was a bit of question marks. I guess to see him against Jeff Neal and see the size and see the power and see the grappling, not so much, but I guess kind of how he puts a pace on these guys, and didn't really seem to tire until the end of the third round. I'm more sold on Shavkat now. I gotta say, I gotta be honest and say I'm more sold on him now. At first I was a bit like, I don't know how big he is compared to like a Hamza. or a Usman or a Leon. But now I see the size. So I'm all aboard the Shavkat train. I don't think Colby's going to fight him. I think Colby's going to sit around waiting. Gilbert Burns is moving up the division. He's going to fight Jorge Masvidal, and then he's probably going to get Colby Covington. I think that's what's going to... I genuinely think Colby Covington is going to be in the crowd at 287, and he's going to fight Gilbert Burns next, later in the year, and takes even more fucking time off. So I'm not really worried about Colby Covington. Hamzat, I think he's going to move up to middleweight and fight Robert Whittaker, so he's booked. Usman and Leon are booked for this month. God damn, what a month. Okay, so that leaves one man, one myth, one legend for Shavkat to fight. Belal, remember the name Muhammad, bro. Belal Muhammad's going to end the hype train, unfortunately, but it's going to be a good fight. Okay, so I think this is the fight the UFC needs to make. We do a 5-round main event later in the year, quite soon, I would say. 2 or 3 months from now. Or maybe you put that on a pay-per-view, maybe 289, 290. Maybe you do this in Abu Dhabi in October, but I feel like that's such a long way away that I want to see this fight now. And I think this makes sense ranking-wise. And Belal Muhammad's the type of guy to say yes to this. No, I don't think many other guys in that welterweight division are saying yes to Shavkat, but I know Belal Muhammad will say yes to him. Okay, I was going to do Wonderboy versus Rakhmonov, but Wonderboy just straight up said, no, I ducked him. I don't want to fight him. So I think Belal Muhammad's the fight to make, okay? Then in the co-main event, craziness, Alexa Grasso finally ended the fake legacy of Valentina Shevchenko. She's been crushing cans for way too long. On the commentary, they were like, Grasso has ended the reign of one of the best flyweight champions of all times. Hey, guess what, dummy? She's the only fucking flyweight champion this division's ever had. You made it for her. She has one good win against fucking Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That's it. Then what? Lauren Murphy, Jessica I, Chukagian. Oh, dude, she finished Jessica Andrade, bro. I don't give a fuck, dude. So did Blanchfield. So did fucking Blanchfield, dude. So Grasso locked up a submission. She beat Shevchenko. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen next. They're going to do the immediate rematch. And I actually like Grasso's chances. Okay? It's not like Shevchenko was like striking with her for too long and got clipped or something like that. Or went too hard and gassed out like Nunes against Pena, which is just like a female Brunson. Like, how do you lose to fucking Pena? Anyways, Shevchenko just... like, on the feet, she got tagged up a little bit. She was doing well in the grappling. Grasso almost submitted over the guillotine, and then she caught her mid-kick, took her back, submitted her. I think Grasso has a lot of ways to win a rematch, and I think she did well in that first round especially. She can make adjustments to win this fight. But she beat Valentina in, like, a way that nobody expected, and that makes it interesting to me. So, very excited to see this rematch. Obviously, they're going to try and do this in Mexico or something like that. Maybe on the same card as a Brandon Moreno versus Pantoja, and Yair versus Volkanovski. I'm very sure the UFC would love to do that, so that's probably what will happen next, okay? And now we're at the main event, okay? Oh, I'm smoking on that Ciryl Gane pack, bro. Where's the fucking masterclass? Where is it at? Where is this? Oh, Jones is washed, bro. Jones is fat. Jones is gonna get fucked up. Where you at now, bro? Where you at? I'm the Colby Covington of this shit. I'm holding everybody accountable, bro. Where you at now, bro? Gane, who did Gane beat that made you think, bro? Oh, Tuivasa? Oh, Derek Lewis? Yeah, bro? Yeah, Volkov, bro? Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, bro. I picked Jones by decision, but bro, come on, bro. I knew Jones was gonna beat fucking Gane. I fucking told you he's gonna beat Gane, bro. I tried to tell you, bro. I'm sick of these hype trains, bro. Who did Gane fucking beat that was like, yeah, he's definitely gonna beat Jones? Nobody, bro. That's why I'm like sick of Sergey Pavlovich's shit too. Because you guys are like, oh, Sergey Pavlovich is the next heavyweight champion. Why? Because he beat Tai Tuivasa, who couldn't reach out and touch him unless he was standing right in front of him. Oh, because he beat Derek Lewis, who doesn't like throwing punches or getting hit or fighting. The fuck? Like what are we doing around here, man? So fuck that shit. Smoking on that Gane pack. I'm sick of this shit, bro. I picked Jones. Come on now, bro. So I think for the next 2 fights at heavyweight, I think Gane should fight the winner of Pavlovich. I think he should actually. Let me rephrase this. I think when Blade smashes Sergey Pavlovich with ground and pound, then Sergey Pavlovich can come back and fight Ciryl Gane, and that's a good matchup for both of these guys. I think that will be a refresher for both of these guys. 2 of the longer guys at heavyweight, 2 powerful guys, 2 great strikers, and they're gonna have time to work on their ground game without getting smashed in the next fight in the ground game. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good fight that makes sense. If Gane wants to come back quickly because he took no damage because he got smoked, then maybe we do Gane versus Spivak and he gets another try to kind of prove his ground game. But I don't see the UFC. I don't see him wanting to do that. I don't see the UFC wanting to do that. I think the UFC will take their time with Gane, and I think he's a smart guy too. I think he'll take his time and go, okay, I need to work on my ground game. I need to work on my commitment to the game, maybe, or something like that. I don't know. So I think Gane should fight Sergey Pavlovich next. Win, lose, or draw for Pavlovich if he beats Curtis Blades, which is possible, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Okay, and look at my picks on main events. Maybe you should start listening to me, bro. Okay, and then in the main event, obviously, we know what's going to happen next. Fat Jones versus Stipe. Okay, I don't know why Stipe I know why he deserves a title shot, but at the same time, I'm a bit like, I don't really like Jones is going to beat him, you know. But hey, these are all the fights that I want to see next. Let me know what you think of the event down below. What you think of these fights as well down below, boys. What y'all think, bro? Let me know down below, man. Drop a like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, bro. I'll see you in the next one, boys. Have a good one.